What's up everyone, welcome back to Saint Seiya Awakening. As promised, today we're reviewing our #1 waifu, SAORI KIDO, the goddess Athena. She is a very useful character in the game, especially in PvP, because she is immune to most types of control. This is particularly useful against those pesky ice teams. Like we usually do, we're going to start by taking a look at his skills, then we're going to talk about Cosmo, teams, uses, and weaknesses as well. Her first skill is a simple single target attack. She is of the Cosmo damage type, though obviously she does almost no damage because that's not what she's there for. The Golden Scepter attacks one target, but it can also break that enemy's Cosmo attack by 10% for 3 rounds. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the Spanish review, so you guys are benefiting from my oversight over there because somebody pointed out, is that you can use this simple single target attack to break Luna's double turn. Remember, if you debuff the character that Luna gave the 2 turns to before that character moves, then you cancel the 2 turns. Saori's first skill can do that. The second skill is what you're probably going to be using the most, as this skill purifies or cleanses one teammate from pretty much all of the debuffs in the game. It also increases that ally's resistance by 80%, so it's harder for them to be controlled again. There's a couple exceptions though, and one of them is really annoying. She cannot cleanse stun, which is super popular in PvP. If she was able to do that, she would be the #1 goddess forever and ever, amen. Restrict, which is Shun's chain, can also not be cleansed. Exile, which is cannons, and Devour. Devour is the one done by the stupid armor, this one that looks like a reject from a Harry Potter movie. I think it's the only character that can devour in the game. Another exception that's not mentioned here is the Black Ice from the Black Cygnus. That thing is unpurifiable, so you have to keep that in mind if you're going to try to use her as a counter to the ice teams. You cannot cleanse Black Ice, so you have to either ban the Black Cygnus or get him out of the fight as soon as possible. This also doesn't include the Pope's other dimension. You can't cleanse that because it's not technically a debuff. It's like everybody just goes to a different dimension, so you can't cleanse it. The Blessed Victory is another super useful skill, which allows you to save a character, an ally, from dying from one shot. If you put this buff on an ally, when that ally receives a killing blow, his HP will drop to 1, and then it will immediately recover to 14% of Saori's HP, plus whatever we can equip in healing on her Cosmo. This healing part is something that I don't think a lot of people are aware of, including myself. I think I found out last week when somebody told me on stream. I'd never taken the time to really read the skills. I was like, oh, okay, she prevents somebody from dying. But you can increase the amount of HP that that ally, revives with by increasing the healing in her Cosmo. Very useful information. The protection from the Blessed Victory does not expire, so you don't have to renew it on the same character every round, and you can protect up to 2. The only way to get rid of the protection from one of your characters is to either kill him, so have the skill activate, or to put the buff on another 2 different characters. Then that will cancel the buff on the oldest one. The fourth skill is a passive. The Light of Wisdom gives your entire party 18% resistance. This can be increased to 36%, which is extremely useful, and if you get some Saori dupes and you want to skill her up, then this is the skill I recommend going for. This is also the skill that gives her immunity against control effects, the only exceptions being Restrict, which is Shun's chain, and Exile, which is Cannon's triangle. Other than that, she cannot be stunned, she cannot be frozen, she can't be silenced, she is immune to everything else. As for her Cosmo, she is not the hardest unit to Cosmo up in the game. She's really looking to stay alive, so we need as much HP and defense as possible. Remember, her revive or her saving a character from dying depends on her own HP, so you want to maximize that as much as possible. The other very important stat on her is speed, and speed, not as in go as fast as you can and go crazy. Speed tuning is very important with Saori, because when she cleanses a character, if there's too much speed difference between Saori and that character that she cleansed, then the enemy has a chance to control the character again. So speed tuning is essential. You want to have her as close as possible to the character that you're going to be cleaning. That's usually a really specific attacker, in my case Saga, or maybe another support or a healer or somebody that you want to make sure gets a turn. If you make Saori too fast, then it could end up working against you. Under Red Cosmo, we have a couple of options. The old one, the classic one, was Eagle Eye, because it's really the only one that gives her an HP boost, other than Fire Drop, but you're not going to put Fire Drop on her. The Cosmo attack and the Cosmo damage are absolutely wasted. She's not there to do damage, but it was the only way to give her a little bit of HP. Now that White Mist is available, however, I think that is the best option for her. She gets both types of defense, and she also gets some Cosmo damage resistance, which is going to increase her odds of surviving. Flower Ring is also an option with some physical defense and a speed boost, but remember what I said about Peace. In my case, I have everything set up exactly the way I need it with Eagle Eye Cosmo, so I haven't switched her to White Mist. Under Lunar, Tenacity and Bloom are hands down the best options. 2 hits of HP, which increases her revival, One gives physical defense, one gives Cosmo defense. It's really a matter of which ones you have the better of. If you have some double SS in Tenacity, then use those. If you have some double SS in Bloom, then you can go with those as well. The other option is Body Care with, again, 2 hits of physical defense, and she does get focused by physical attackers a lot, so this may be a good option, though you only get 1 boost of HP. Same with Dual Defense and Peace Fruit. You get a lot of defense of different types, but only 1 HP boost, so I think Tenacity and Bloom still work out better. In the Blue Cosmo, we do have a couple of different options. One of them is Lotus, which is going to give her HP and a speed boost if you need that speed, but the status hit is wasted. She does not apply any debuffs other than her first skill, but I think that's 100%, so you don't really need a status hit. Another option is New Moon, if you want to play with a super fast Saori, because for whatever reason that fits your comp, the New Moon is the best way, still the best way to get a lot of speed. In my case, however, I ended up going with Heal Book because there's not a lot of characters that use it, so I had some pretty decent ones. I don't need any more speed on her, I need HP, and the healing from Heal Book does apply to her revive. Or not revive, the skill that saves the character from dying, whatever the heck you want to call that mechanic. This healing does apply to it. The character will come back with more life. And under Legendary, I think there are 2 very clear options, even though some people opt to go for a Cosmo that provides some sort of effect, like you could break the enemy's attack or the enemy's defense or whatever it is. I think increasing survival on her is much more efficient. Hephaestus Armor gives us a shield equal to 15% of our HP when a physical attacker crits us. Usually the people that take out Saori are physical attackers, so this is going to apply quite often, and the HP based shield is great because we're already building her really tanky, so that shield is going to be bigger. Soul Berry is another good option. This one recovers 20% HP automatically when Saori drops below 45%. Hephaestus Armor has worked really well for me, so I'm keeping it on it for now. I don't know if a better option will be available in the future, but I think this one just makes sense right now. In substats, we're looking for everything that makes her tanky. HP, physical defense, Cosmo defense. She does not need resistance because remember she is immune, but she can benefit from the healing for her revive skill, and some speed substats are great for speed tuning because you can kind of refine that speed substat just up until the level that you need it. Let me show you this one for example. It's a level 1 Eagle Eye. She does not benefit from the main stats at all, so there's no reason for me to power this up, but I was able to slowly refine the speed until I made my Saori 1 apart from Saga. Other than that, just make her as tanky as possible, make her as hard to kill as possible, because the enemy is very likely to focus her. Now let's talk a little bit about the teams that combine well with our goddess Saori. Because she is a protection character and can prevent allies from dying, she combines really well with characters that sort of sacrifice themselves in order to do their job on the team. One example is the Crow Jamian. He sacrifices 90% of his own HP to pretty much full heal one allied unit. Since he is going to be so low, Saori can protect him, preventing from dying from one shot from the enemy, while he recovers his own HP with his 4th skill, which is a passive, so it takes a little bit of time for him to heal himself. Another very fun option to watch is Cassius, because he has a passive. When you skill this thing up fully, it goes to 55%. He prevents allies that are below 55% HP to be directly targeted by the enemy. What this means is that the enemy cannot use single target attacks against that unit. Cassius will deflect that damage onto himself. You can protect Cassius with Saori. Cassius protects the guy that's low. Nobody dies. He keeps coming back to life. It's actually really funny to see it happen live. She can also combine very well with Ares, who I can't show you in my inventory because it's one of the few that I'm still missing. He can protect with his walls, Saori can protect with her Blessed Victory, nothing ends up dying. It's really quite gross, but very effective. And lastly, that speed tuning that I've been mentioning since the beginning of the video and you're probably sick of hearing by now. Because Saori can cleanse most debuffs from a unit, I find that one of the best ways to use her is to speed tune her perfectly with a really strong attacker. In my case, I use Saga. This way, if Saga is controlled, Saori always moves immediately before he does. So he cleanses him, removes any debuffs breaking his attack or control or silence or freezing or whatever the heck it is, and Saga can get off his big nuke. To give you an idea of the speed tuning I'm talking about, my Saga is 367 speed, while Saori is 368, exactly 1 apart. The only way that the enemy can prevent my Saori from moving right before Saga is to slow her down with the Decelerator Cosmo, or I'm sure there's some unit in the game that slows, but usually it's Decelerator Cosmo. That's the most common one. If Saori is slowed down, then she will move after Saga, and I lose that chance to cleanse him and AoE. But it's a risk I have to take, and in most cases it works really well. Among her weaknesses in the game, I suppose, are the 2 types of control that she cannot avoid, which is Restrict and exile. Also the other types of control that they don't mention here, such as the black eyes from the black sickness and the Pope's other dimension thing. Also that her life is actually really low. For somebody that has a skill depending on her HP, she's only a B rank in HP, which is kind of crazy. It's a shame, she really should be a little bit more tanky, and her defense is not much better either. A B in physical and an A in Cosmo. And that's really about it. She doesn't have any other glaring weaknesses. She can very often do exactly what you brought her to the battle to do. And that immunity is the key. As for her uses in the game, she is pretty much strictly a PvP unit. I haven't seen her used much in PvE, though I suppose she could have some applications, maybe saving a character in the Athena trial, or something of the sort. Still not very common, very specific. She is mostly focused for PvP. As a cleanser, as an anti-control team unit, as a sort of reviver, and just generally looking good, really. If you bring her to a battle, you already get points. Look at her, she's gorgeous. Anyway, that's enough blah 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 about Saori. We're gonna see her in action now, and different from other videos, instead of trying to record a new battle in which I show all of the skills happening, I'm gonna show you a fight that we did on stream a few days ago, and we got to see all of the skills being used in one single battle. The cleanse, the revive, the resistance, absolutely everything came into play, and she saved our butt. Also different from usual videos is that this is the same fight we saw in the Spanish review, and that's because even if I tried, I don't think I could find a better fight to show you everything she can do. Una más y hacemos el sorteo. Ya son las 12:40. Holy shit. Espero que este no sea otro equipo de control. ¡Ay! Me cambió Ice Boys. ¡Ay! Tenemos a Athena. No importa. Ok. Oh my god. Cisne negro. Cisne negro, guys. Aquí le vamos a tirar hasta piedras a este hijo de p***. Le vamos a tirar con todo este, hay que matarlo, pero ya. Ya hay que matar a este cisne negro. ¡Piu! Ay, solo un piu, pero ya está casi muerto. Ya está casi muerto. En este round le zampamos un cuerazo. En este round le zampamos un cuerazo. No quiero que le dé doble turno a nadie, la desgraciada esa. ¡Latigazo! ¡Huachá! Doko sirvió al ataque. ¡Ña! ¡Huachá! ¡Ña! ¡Huachá! ¡Fuck you, bro! ¡Ay, no se murió! ¡Estaba de parranda! ¡No se murió! What the f***? ¿Cómo no se murió? What the fuck? Este cisne negro es inmortal, guys. Se gastó la energía, no lo puede curar. La recagó, Pablillo, la cagaste, bro. Ahí tenías que curar porque tu cisne negro ahora muere. Ahí la cagó. Se puso... ¿Cómo se dice? No sé lo que estoy tratando de decir, pero... Aquí la enredadera de Yune no sirve para un carajo. Que vamos a tratar de matar a este yoga ahora. Tengo que limpiar a alguien. Tengo 4 dragones. No, pero vamos a meterle un meteorazo, porque no creo que me dejen mover a mi... No creo que me dejen mover a mi Doko. Entre Yoga y Camus me van a controlar a Doko. Proceed to show respect. ¿Vieron? Les dije que Doko había 0 chance de que me lo dejaran mover. 0. Y de culo le salió el congelamiento en Saga también. Qué leche la de este tipo. Qué leche la de este tipo. Ok, aquí vamos a usar... Ahora sí vamos a usar la enredadera para tratar de salvar a la pobre barbacoa. Que en vez de barbacoa me la congelaron. Barbacoa congelada, pobrecita. Congeló hasta el director del juego, este desgraciado. Hey José, ¿cómo estás? Aquí súper concentrado contra estos Ice Boys infernales. Súper concentrado contra estos malditos Ice Boys. Si mi Saga se mueve una vez más, that's it, game over. Y creo que vamos a llegar. Ahí Abadesa sobrevivió gracias a la protección de Saori. ¡Ay, no! Mi Athena está ralentizacionada. ¡Ay, me le pusieron el slow Athena! Entonces se movió después que Saga. ¡Shit! ¡Motherfucker! Aquí tenemos que no me congele, que no me congele. Tenemos resistencia, bro. Tenemos resistencia. ¡Dragón naciente! those eyes, boys. Resistencia también ayuda. Ahí está el video para el análisis de Saori. Vamos a usar este video. Ya tenemos la pelea para mostrar en el análisis de Saori. Ese estuvo cerca. Por poquito perdemos con todo y Saori. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that fight as much as I did. We got to see Saori save Nero Priest in one turn. We got to see her cleanse Saga for 2 or 3 different AoE attacks. And at the end, the resistance she gave Doko allowed him to resist the freeze from Camus, get his dragons off, and win us the fight. In summary, she is a wonderful unit to have in PvP. I'm very glad that I got her early in this version. On the SEA version, I played for months before I was able to finally complete her with fragments. We will be back again soon with the next character review. There are rumors that Arayashiki Shaka will be coming out tomorrow, so if that is the case, we'll have the Arayashiki review. And you English guys have an advantage over everybody else because the Shrine Elite difficulty guide is already available. We did that back on SCA, the same principles apply, the same strategy, the same team, the same requirements, so if you haven't already, go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I'll mention it again when we do the English review, so you guys don't miss it. Have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye!